Hi, my name is Morgan Mahaffey, and for my oral presentation project, I chose Judith Sargent Murray's On the Equality of the Sexes. My handout goes through the history of women's struggle for women's rights in the U.S. and other information concerning my topic. However, my presentation will primarily talk about Murray's essays on the equality of the sexes. I urge you to continue reading about women's rights and gender equality in my handout attached. So what is gender equality? Gender equality is rights and opportunities that are given to both female and male equally. Gender inequality can be seen in education, the workplace, the household, sports, and in health status, but we will be discussing mostly education. So how does gender equality and women's rights relate to this course? Well, as I said, in a couple units we will be reading Murray's On the Equality of the Sexes. There is also much literature in the past that discusses women's rights and gender equality. Some of these include Mary Wollstonecraft's A Vindication of the Rights of Women and Betty Friedan's The Feminine Mystique. Also attached to my handout is important history that discusses gender equality and their fight for it, such as in 1848 the Seneca Falls Convention, in 1946 the Civil Rights Act, and in 1972 there was a law that prohibits sex discrimination in education, which is a very important one, obviously. So Judith Sargent Murray was born on May 1st, 1751 in Massachusetts, and she died June 9th, 1820 of a stroke. She was a women's rights activist, and she was coined as America's first feminist. She was a writer and a literary nationalist where she wrote plays, poetry, essays, and novels. She wrote under the false name or pseudonym Constantia. She believed that women have the same capabilities as men. She believed that women could vote. She believed that women could hold office. And she believed that women should be offered the same education as men were. So the essay itself on the equality of the sexes by Judith Sargent Murray has two separate parts and argues both of the parts against male superiority. So part 1 discusses the intellectual equality among the sexes, and part 2 discusses male superiority in the Bible and deprivation of education for females. Preceding the essay, there is a poem that discusses how women are limited in the exercise of their imagination. Of course, this is what society believed, but not what Murray believed. She believed, however, that fashion, gossip, and slander, quote, is a proof of creative faculty of a lively imagination. She also believed the traditional cooking and sewing and cleaning did not exercise imagination or creativity at all. So what does this poem mean? She thinks that minds are different because men get the education that women are not allowed to have. They were not offered it. Quoted by her, "And genius, led by study, wears the crown." This basically means that males are superior to women because they get the education. She also says, but the ardent breast her worth inspires. This basically means that men see women worthy of raising children and reproduction, and that's all. In this part of the essay, she says the worth of man is greatness of mind and him to be the same, and the worth of a woman is a weak, a servile, and inferior soul. This, of course, is how society views both men and women. So essay part 1 has an emphasis on education. She compares between sexes by imagination, memory, reason, and judgment. She believes that women are equal by nature, but not by customs and society, because society deems that men are more superior. She says, "Our souls are by nature equal to yours. The same breath of God animates, enlivens, and invigorates us, and that we are not fallen lower than yourselves." Also, she compares and contrasts between two 2-year-old kids, one male, one female. The boy is taught to aspire and to learn, and the girl is confined and limited. This causes the girl to create bitterness against her brother because she sees him as a representation of what she is not allowed to be. Also, in essay part 2, many men in the Bible were imperfect and they were full of flaws, such as Job. Another example was Eve ate from the tree of knowledge, and Adam only did so because Eve did. So this proves that women have a desire for knowledge. In conclusion, women's rights and gender equality are very important in history and in the present time. There has been much American literature concerning this issue. While many believe that women are just as capable to perform work and education, etc., as men, there are also those who believe that men are far more capable and required of work and women are good for only household duties such as cooking, cleaning, sewing, and reproduction. Let me know if you have any questions, and please see the handout for more information. Thanks for watching.